Alright, is everyone all set up? Anyone buy the game and get their character created? So I believe everyone wants to continue. Should we do a poll on continuing or doing a new dynasty? I've never customized 5 characters so fast in my life. Oh, I guess because you have to do one for each of the different things, huh? Continue. I guess it'll be Rohara the second that will be taking over. Well, we're playing it again. But apparently the lore carries over if we continue. If we do a new dynasty, it's all like brand new. But I think if we do continue, like the people that were yellow will stay yellow and so on and so forth. Less chance of repeated events. Okay, yeah, true. Good point. All right. Onward! We shall find out the new history of Rohara II of the Rohirrim dynasty. Monarch Rohara II. Why do I look like that? Do I not get to make my other character? I want to look different. I know it's my cousin, but like, I want to like pick what my cousin looks like. My cousin got a cool eyebrow slit though. Do you have to rejoin? I think it'll be the same because it's presiding over the kingdom of counts of the east, the partitions of the coast, and the grandees of the south. Well, I guess this is what this is me. This is my cousin. Load game. Probably same factions, but you can switch around, maybe. I think you're probably gonna be, I think the dynasty will continue though, because I think it'll keep like it keeps your money. So I think you all are stuck with like who you were originally. Let's see what it looks like. Oh no, you know, it says you can join. All right, never mind. Type join in Twitch chat to join the game as a noble. I wonder if it'll keep you though. Yeah, so it knows that like Blue and Catgirl and all them were yellow. It's all yellow so far. I think you can fix it, Catgirl. I thought you could. So I thought Blue had joined without doing their pronouns and then was able to redo it. Why are we squeaking? Only 2 purples! Okay, so we got a very large group of grandees. The yellows are back with a vengeance. Mm-hmm. So rigged. So rigged. It just means whoever joins coming in, they'll probably fill up the purple and then the green quicker than yellow. So if we get new people, is what it'll be. Okay. I don't know if I can change these. I can't do anything with you guys, but... Alright, shall we begin the game? I love the artwork too, it's really pretty. I couldn't click anyone. Cause they own the game, Catgirl. Start by typing username? Is this just like find people? Okay. New nobles will automatically join the regions with the fewest active players, which may make them appear imbalanced. I also own the game. What if I exited out and then reopened it, maybe? I say, you want to try that? I'm gonna quit. You have to connect the game to Twitch. Oh, maybe that's why? Have you guys connected it? Let me just quit and then we'll reload it. Like, it can't hurt, right? Only 4.3% of players have won the game via a spy network like I did. Play. All these people added King of the Castle to their library. I see you. I see you. Alright, I'm loading it up. Continue game. Load game. Exclamation mark join. Let's see what happens. Maybe it's cause, you know what it is? I think it's because it's an old save. I think it's because it's an old save because it keeps your character. So that would include like your money, how you look, and things like that. That's why. That, yeah, I think that's what it is. It like doesn't say that, but I think that's what it is. So if that's the case and a bunch of you just bought the game, like, do we want to say the first one was just like a trial run? You know, we were all just testing the waters to see if we liked it, and then now like 5 of you went and bought the game. Is anybody else thinking about buying the game and they want to get it now and they want to get their character in? Because now's your chance. It would also fix the imbalance for now as well, yeah. This, we did say that this was just a trial to see if we liked it, but now we can actually play the game. I say we do that. If everyone's okay with it, I better we can see the other two factions. That's true, we can do the red and the blue factions as well. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it. Especially because a lot of you bought the game and I feel bad that you can't like see your characters, you know? Whose favorite color? Alright, let's start over again. Alright, back. Alright, new dynasty! Hey look, it saved my other, my character. With my stick. It's like $4 blue. It's pinned at the top if you want to get it on Playsum. It's like $4, $5 right now, and then if you use code Rohara at checkout, you get 10% on top of it being on sale currently. And I also get commission from it. I'm always seeing purple win, but did you survive the first time? For me, I won. But purple didn't win. Yellow was the closest to winning aside from me. Plus you don't have the random cousin, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna do Rohara again. Do we want a different dynasty name? We want to keep doing the Rohirrim. I think we should just do Rohirrim. Unless someone can think of something silly. Do I get to make another character? I mean, I'm okay with her looking the same, but I could like change her clothes. Wait, was it back here? Oh, it's here. Okay, that's where it is. I kind of want the cape. As much as I like my stick, I'm still gonna have my stick in real life. We're gonna pull this back out again, but I would like a different outfit. Let's go with this one. I obviously, because I won the game, I've donned a very fancy coat and a giant crown now. I think this one's good. I look great. And then this is where you guys would then make these characters. So we have the Barons of the March, the Chiefs of the North. We already know about the Counts of the East, the Grandees of the South, and the Patricians of the Coast. So we'll definitely play with these two, and then we'll have to pick which other color we want, because we have to pick 3. Stick. Hey. This is a bonking stick. This is a bonking stick. Alright, this is my girl. We're gonna continue to win this game. Rohara of the Rohirrim! Begin! And so this is where, if you guys bought the game, you can play it together on an internet browser. And you all can, like, do this. But we're gonna play on Twitch again. Select. Okay, I suggest blue, red, and purple because of the crescent moon. So definitely red and blue for a little bit more, like, different stories and stuff. We're doing blue. And if you buy the game, you can pick to be in the blue faction, but you're gonna have to be real quick about it. I would like masked up green petitions. Okay, how about we do a poll for the last one? Poll for the last one, because I feel it could go anyway. Third faction. Or region, I guess. These are regions. Third region. Purple, yellow, or green. All right, you guys have 3 minutes to vote on who the third region will be. Vote, 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 vote. Even if you play off Twitch, only one person needs to own the game. Oh, cool. I wasn't sure about that one. I was like kind of reading it and it kind of seemed like you needed to have, like, maybe is it for like, is there a different version if multiple people want to be monarchs or something? Is it like only the person that owns it can be a monarch, but if everyone has it, you can all be a monarch? I don't know if I understood. So far, purple's winning with 6. We got 1 for yeller and 2 for green. I don't think that's an option. Okay. It's still 1 monarch, but I was gonna play through an invite link like Jackbox. All right, I gotcha. You guys can all play with your friends and rule over them. It's just browser based. That makes sense, I guess, because if no one streams, then how are you gonna play together, right? Does it run like the same that way then? It's just, like you said, it's just based off the browser. It's not a different game or anything. All right, looks like we're gonna get purple. Cool. Good to know. Can we make a Discord chat for this game? We could. I think some people were like doing Twitch whispers with each other on kind of what they wanted to do. Worth a shot if it could be streamed on Discord. Yeah. I'm sure that's something we could do, is like if we wanted to not do it on Twitch, we would just be able to do it in Discord together and like do it on the browser. Exclamation mark join for the dungeon. It looks like purple's gonna win for our third faction. I think the color palette will be beautiful. Although I do like the green ones. Yellow is eh. Yellow is yellow, you know. Everyone is just ready to do dungeon-y things. We're all knights. Knights ready for battle. You're locked in. You're ready to tear down my kingdom! Let me get my tea, like, thing out. I didn't bring in, like, a plate for my tea steeper thing to go on. But this should work. I'm doing, I'm drinking that tea that I bought at the thing the other day, and it's the I Believe in Fairies tea. Show me anything vaguely medieval, I'm stuck to the screen. See, I need to do it shaky, dude. I need to cosplay this one. I have my Ren Fair clothes, I could wear it. I should have worn it today, I just wasn't thinking about it. I just wanted to be, like, comfy. You have 20 games on your wish list, not a single one is on Playsum? That sounds like a you problem. Kidding. You have, this game is on Playsum. You could get this one. All right, purple is our third region. Welcome back, Counts of the East. Shall we begin? All right, type join. And if you would like to do a ! join region, if you own the game, you pick your region. For example, ! join counts. You can pick what you want. It's filling up pretty equally right now. Look at all them fancy banners. Oh, blue is not blue. You should have bought the game. All right, we have a very even amount here. We have Penn, Ziberian, Blue, and Emma are red. Yeah, you got the fire half of your name. There you go. You guys are the Barons of the March. We have the Chiefs of the North is Boog and Aegon and Alpha. And the Counts of the East, we have Kogai, we have Melee, we have Bay, and we have Catgirl. Blue is not blue. Blue is sad. All right, anyone else need to get in here? ! join. You can pick your region if you own the game. How did Boog be blue? It was random. It was random. I love my Baron guy, they have harp. All right, let's get this started. Blue is the red of rage. Sam, get your ass in here. You'll probably get to be the Chiefs of the North. Hi, Sam. How you doing? Help Boog and Aegon and Alpha. Unless you own the game, then you can pick where you want to go. ! join. You can put your region if you own it, or your pronouns at the end. Either one. Hell yeah, let's go. We got Sam on the team. We got equal teams. Fuck yeah. Let's start this shit. Also, if anyone's thinking about joining, you can join at any moment that you would like. All right. A council introduction. It is I. Now that you're the queen, the first duty is to meet with the council of nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the desolate east, and of course, the bleak march. Introduce yourself to the chiefs of the north. Chief Midnight Thriller. Wow. Wow. Good luck in the days ahead, your greatness. You'll need it dealing with us lot. Introduce yourself to the Counts of the East. Countess Miss Smash. In honor to finally make your acquaintance, your majesty. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Hey, I won the last game. Shut up. You look like a vampire. Introduce yourself to the Barons of the March. Hail and well met, your highness. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. Pen, you cute. You even got little glasses. And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. We match my harp thingy. It's cute. Coronation. Chancellor, your majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when the nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. We wouldn't want that, I suppose. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get it over with then. Shall we call the nobles in? What kind of coronation should be held for the new queen? We'll host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine, invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth. Throw the queen into a river? You would never. The nobles must put on a vast banquet for the queen. And then we can see all the things on the side. Do not throw me into the river! I could veto it. I could veto it. I'm gonna veto you guys taking money from me. You underestimate my ability to type out the letter C. Make sure you join. ! Join with the pronouns. How do I throw in a river? So if you would like to vote, you do ! vote C in this case. Yeah, it's a new game. So a bunch of people went and bought the game quota, but because the game saves it from the previous one, all the people that bought the game couldn't see their like new person. And so because you didn't want them to lose out on it, we just restarted it. You took your chance to make money, so you go in the river. Damn it! 11 nobles voted for throw the queen into the river! It is decided the queen will be thrown in the river. Stability went up, authority went down. What kind of coronation is that? Let me get changed out of my nice robes. Nobles pick you up and carry you to the Treadwater River, hurling you into shallow water with a cheer. Huzzah! When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. Is it your imagination or some of the nobles' stifling giggles? Didn't expect that? No, from you guys, definitely not. The path to victory. Spy Master. I want that bird. Your Majesty. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Let's see. We did authority last time. I think we should do something different. Let's go. An architect of a new golden age. I shall have great trade. A lofty goal indeed. Welcome to the neighborhood, Your Majesty. I suggest over the next 2 years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. End season. Scheme the Barons. Rami of the Emu Emma bloodline, a powerful Marchier Helion, stands before a blazing hearth, yelling at full volume. When have the Barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. 30 seconds to vote. What scheme should the Barons pursue to overthrow the new queen and place their preferred claimant Rami on the throne? Sorcery, raise authority, propaganda, lower stability, or gunpowder, lower authority? Exclamation mark A, B, or C? Vote, 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 vote.
There are a lot of thirsty people around
Facts,
here.
I need to hydrate. It might be only the Reds that can vote, yeah? It looks like only Red can. Which makes sense. Alright, it looks like lower authority, which I already have one less of, is going to be the Baron's choice. You can see what other people wanted to do, though. Alright, continue. Voting is closed. You have now voted for gunpowder. It looks like you're all on the same idea, same wavelength. Good job. The Republic of Kurth has the substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the Barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible queen would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the Barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the queen's wrath. To advance their scheme, the Barons must lower their authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Well, we're already at 4. Shit. Holding a cat's almost didn't get it type. You gotta get those fingers ready. Alright, scheme of the Chiefs of the North. Penny, of the Aegon the False clan. That actually works well for the name. Eccentric northern hero stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning as if in a trance. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter queen Rohara. How do we make that happen? Alright, Blue, time to vote! What scheme will you do to overthrow me? A subterfuge to lower stability, a prophecy to raise authority, or hornblower to lower all faith? The blue people vote! Exclamation mark vote! A, B, C! What if no one votes? What happens then? We just pick one? Alright, looks like Sam. Alright, we got 2 now. We got 3. All right, lower stability. We're split up so far. All right, voting is closed. Subterfuge, lower the stability. The chiefs plan to replace the queen's closest advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove the current advisors are doing a bad job. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. And we have the purples. Zemenuel of the Catgirl dynasty. Eccentric reformed cultist leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. My fellow counts, in ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false Queen Rohara wears the crown. Purple! It is time for you to vote! A doppelganger, lower own defiance. An uprising, raise the treasury. Or ascension, lower own faith. What will they pick? Oh no, Boog, I'm sorry. Lowering defiance, raising the treasury. We're split so far. Do I have to pick if you guys tie? Oh! Alright. Whew. Barely made it in there. Alright, looks like they're doing the doppelganger route, which is pretty scary the last time we played, not gonna lie. Just testing for science. The counts plan to swap the real queen for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, the counts must keep defiance at 4 or less in 4 seasons. Shit, you guys are at 1. So we're very split now. Y'all are split up. You guys, again, lower the kingdom's authority for 4 or less in 2 seasons for the reds. The blues want stability for 4 or less in 3 seasons. And the purples want defiance in 4 or less in 4 seasons. The laws of the land. What shall we do? Plus 600 treasury if the nobles vote for the selected option. If the nobles vote otherwise, minus 200 treasury. You know what? I'm gonna try that one. We're gonna do a little bribery. We'll see what happens. Alright, the honor guard. One evening, you're sitting up in bed, reading some paperwork, when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber, bold as brass. Hello, your mage. Glad to finally find you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? Guards! What's your palace watch in order to be seen despite you yelling yourself hoarse? Listen, I got a bloody great idea for you. What if we tied a bunch of birds to a knight? I reckon you could find a field of aerial troops and it'd totally dominate the battlefield. Before the peasant could explain further, your marshal burst into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? A vote on his proposal? To tie birds together? Do you want to have your Cockney accent? Isn't that bad? Just like pulling things out of my ass for accents here. Let's vote on his proposal. It was something about tying birds together. Birds of a feather get tied together. I am a chief someone. Catch me up. What's cooking? They're the blue. You're in blue team. What do you say, your Majesty? She goes and gathers up your council, who trickle in the hall in their pajamas, rubbing sleep from their eyes. They don't look particularly pleased to be woken up. Should we experiment with tying birds to knights for the purpose of aerial combat? I'm so glad to have gathered you all here at this fine hour at 3 o'clock in the morning. I need everyone to vote on what this young man came into my bedchamber and said. Shall we tie birds to knights to have aerial combat? Yes, and the pilot program will be the East-North March, or no, this is incredibly stupid. Let's see. Do I want to, like, pick any of these? So red's gonna want to vote to get the stability down, which all of them do. We got some military up in here. Defiance would be that. Okay, man. You know what? Do I want to do a royal gamble? I don't know if y'all will vote on it, though. That's the problem. I'm just gonna start the vote. Vote on this! Exclamation mark vote, A, B, C, or D. Wow, this is going not how I expected. Uh-oh, Boog! Boog voting differently. Interesting. Voting is closed. Pilot program will be in the north. Why did I choose B? I don't know. Booga! That's like perfect for my face is that. Oh, that's so funny. Under the peasants' close supervision, a flock of ravens are tied to a northern warrior. Instead of flying, the knight is lost in a fury of mad pecking and pooping. The peasant insists you merely use the wrong type of bird. Further experiments are conducted with owls, eagles, geese, woodpeckers, ostriches, and little grebes before hundreds of northern troops quit in disgust. Military went down, and defiance went up. Needless to say, the whole thing is an embarrassing failure. Authority is ineffective. No! I need that higher! Your Majesty, if that peasant had been a maniac with a crossbow, I dread to think of what could have happened. If one thing's clear from this mess, you need to take an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries, but they'd be loyal to coin above all. Alright, which one of these do I want this time? Who's gonna hold it over my head that they are guarding me for the whole game? Let's look at the new ones. We have the Northern Warriors. Look at them. Ooh. Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. No discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off on some random quest, but they're honorable and in a fight, unbeatable. The Order of the Drowned Rose are highly respectable. They understand palace etiquette, but it's been years since they fought an actual battle. They mostly write poems these days. These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, but won't adapt to life in the palace. They'll be loyal and tough as nails. What do you suggest? Oh, it's the foreign mercenaries. The BBBs. But they're costly. I don't want to pay that. Alright, I made my decision. Our bird knights, queen! None of you picked anyone for military. Oh, it shows it here, too. Oh, okay. It shows your things right here that you're going for. I don't have to hover over the little check marks. Okay, so... the Veterans of the March is red. Northern Warriors is blue, and Eastern Knights are purple, yeah? Dude, Chiefs, the guy was dope. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go, blue! Let's go, blue! Get some Vikings up in here. Warriors arrive a few weeks later. They swagger with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints.
There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
This is how the map is different now. Interesting. Thank you for the hydrate. You think they're gonna get drunk? Yeah, they're probably gonna get drunk. An invitation. Chief Cranberry. Oh my god, look at you! You have a whole ass fox on you! Why is it called the March, not the... I don't know. That's why I was like, I had to think for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Am I thinking right? Your Majesty, this year we will be holding the winter feast in my clan hall. It would be an honor if you could attend. The winter feast, what's that? I'm very sorry, I must decline. I look forward to it. What's the winter feast? 10 days of drinking, eating, fighting, competing, drinking, sinking, stamping, drinking, and drinking, Your Majesty. All will take place in the coldest time of the year, as the Snowsberry said. But you won't need to wrap up your warm. Wrap up your warm. That's what the whiskey is for. Wrap up warm. Okay. I sense a theme. Drink. I look forward to it. I don't need to worry about your defiance at the moment. Ha! I can't wait. Winterfeast is a special time of the year. You'll see. I'm sure this won't come back to bite me later at all. Yeah, we drankin'. Blue is a Viking frat parties, yeah. All right, a thief. Baron Gamer Colin. Your Highness, this is an outrage. I demand justice. Last week, Count Commander Bay shook my hand as a supposed show of reconciliation and stole my family's lucky ring in the process. Bay! How rude. Oh, look at Bay. Bay grew his hair out. It is known in the Purple Lands. Blood and stars, nonsense. Rummage through your drawers and I'm sure you'll find the thing. My liege, a feud has stood between our families for centuries. Bay's ancestor left my ancestor tied to a rock in the woods for wolves to consume. Damn. That's because his ancestor poisoned our well and killed half our household. Enough! I know Commander Bay stole my priceless ring. It brings the March great luck and bounty, and my dear nephew wears it when he marries. All right, what should we do, you guys? Send the Chancellor to the east to investigate. Arrest Bay immediately. Leave the squabbling nobles to deal with their situation themselves. If we arrest Bay, that will make the defiance go up, I think. I think that'll make them not like it, which is exactly what I want. And what you all should want as well that are not purple. Or we can leave the squabbly nobles to deal with the situation themselves and it'll be varied on what happens with overall lower stability. Which is what the blue team would like. I'm gonna do a royal gamble. I'm not saying it'd be open rebellion if you arrest Bay, but you'd be getting some extreme side-eye. I might even write you a strongly worded email. I'm gonna say we perhaps should arrest Commander Bay immediately. And if you agree with me, you will get money. Maybe. Or I will get money. I don't know how this works. I've never done it. No, Bay, vote for B. Vote B.
I will freeze you from within until all that remains.
You walk towards your own demise. Oh, but if it ties. Ah, shit. Damn. Look at Red over here standing over by itself. Treasury's your money. Well, you know what? You could have picked this one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Leave the squabbling nobles to deal with the situation themselves. This will be disastrous. The loss of our lucky ring will bring ruin upon our family. I lost money. Defiance went up with the red. Fuck, it got low with purple. Oh no. Damn. Damn, we're at 0. I need to piss you guys off. I need to piss you off. Blood and stars, that is nothing but baseless superstition. Farming is now needful. Tension rises between the two families, with fights breaking out in their households whenever they visit the capital. Kingdom went down. Damn. All that drama over that. You guys need to fucking chill. Just saying. Alright. Here are your options to build things for our kingdom. Use your personal wealth to fund whatever you would like. Exclamation mark fund A, B, C, D, E, or F, and how much you would like. What will you choose? How will you help your kingdom? I'm not helping you this time. You have to figure it out yourself. Currently leading is E and D. 30 seconds. Of course, the prison. It's always a prison. B and D. E and B. Oh man, a lot of bidding going on. You guys are gonna cancel your shit out again. Everyone wants different things this time. Yes, use all your money! Ha ha ha! Time is up! The buildings that have been funded are a library for an extra stability and a theater for less authority. The biggest contributor, blue, to both of them. Okay. Uh-huh. Blue playing the game over here. You didn't want another prison? Crazy. What do we got? Laughingstock, a heretical discovery, and finding a spouse. Let's look at this discovery. Wait, I misread. Yay! Your esteemed highness, I bring troubling news. Someone took the Ninth's name in vain again? Not quite, your highness. A group of individuals in the east are meeting in a secret preach of heretical teachings and engage in rituals. Witchcraft! They are worshippers of the disposed gods. They believe that the Eight will one day return and cast down the Ninth god and all of his followers. In other words, they're devil worshippers! Regrettably, I require the council's permission to launch a proper investigation. Otherwise, my inquisitors would have destroyed the cult before they had a chance to spread. Hold a vote? This isn't worth our time. Let's forget about it. Forget the nobles. I give you my express permission. Ooh. I give you my permission. Yeah, purple's the east. It's up here at the top. I'm still learning the locations as well when they say like the east, the north, and all that. I'm like, which one is that? Give that back. Or I burn your town to ruin. Thank you. Forget the nobles. I give you my express permission. Doing this without voting is definitely not going to make any of you mad, but I need to raise my defiance up with them. Wait, I can't pick it? Why not? Do I not have enough authority? It doesn't say why I can't pick it. My face. Why can't I pick it? Okay, I guess never mind. I wish it would tell me why. My authority. Oh, here's the noble list. I can look back and see who's on each one. Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out. Okay, I guess let's hold a vote on the matter. Let's have you guys fight over it. So we sent Inquisitors to investigate the cult, deny the Inquisition access to the East. Repeal the law that prevents the High Inquisitor from investigating at will. Okay, hold on. Alright, you wanna lower it. We need to raise our authority, guys. Like, look, red and purple, we need to, like, fuck with them. Blue needs to help me out over here. Just saying. I'm really good at typing. Hold on, let me think here. Repeal the law prevents High Inquisitor from investigating at will. Lower stability, increases authority. Take a voting option away. The royal gamble has been placed. Everyone vote! Everyone vote! Stop that! Vote C! What's wrong with you people? I think it's somebody. 7 nobles voted for deny the Inquisition access to the East. With nothing to rein them in, the devil worshippers thrive in the faithless region in the East, spreading their influence and gaining followers by the week. I lost 200 gold and the faith went down. I feel royal gamble makes people less likely to vote for you, but I feel that people would have voted for that because it actually would have benefited a couple of you to vote it, but you chose to not because it gave me money. Because it actually would have increased, it would have, like, done, what was it? It was something, it would have, like, changed a couple of these things for you guys. So I was trying to pick it because you guys should have picked it. And then you would have had to give me money. Screw the queen! A laughingstock, the capital. Your Majesty, an acclaimed playwright, Chauncey Crawlforth, has written another smash hit. All the theaters in the capital are showing it nightly. Oh, wonderful. I love his work. What's the problem? Don't bother me with such nonsense. I love his work. So do I. So does everyone. But the problem is the new play features a character obviously based on you. How am I portrayed? The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is upended over her head as she sits on the throne. Your Highness, peasants and nobles alike are watching this play and theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You can simply not be known as Queen Biffo! Put a warrant out for Chauncey Crawford's arrest. Ban the play from all theaters. I think I'll attend the play myself. Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna show up. A shocked silence falls in the theater as heralds announce your arrival. You wave from the royal box as actors stare up at you, clearly horrified. Well, what are you waiting for? The play begins. Soon enough, the clown queen arrives on stage, comedically tripping over her own robes. They somehow found an actor who looks just like you. Endless humiliations are heaped on this honking, squeaking parody. Finally, the play concludes with the custard-drenched queen handing her crown to the deserving hero. All eyes turn to you. How do you react? Climb onto the stage or scurry off into the night? What flavor of custard are we talking? I'm getting on that stage, yeah. The actors shrink away from you, the audience deadly silent. Everyone's terrified of what you'll do next. Congratulate the actors on a hilarious play or order the actors' entire audience arrested. No. Hilarious. The audience break out into relieved chairs. The actors bow before you, weeping from gratitude. What I thought. That's what I thought. After that, the whole capital could talk about nothing but your good humor and mercy. I had a feeling it was gonna go that way. I played along with it and was like, oh, that's actually real funny, and I instead didn't rule with an iron fist. The twisty passages of your castle you avoid, advisors, nobles, even the spy master is one person you can't avoid. Your mother! Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I'm busy. You better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty to find eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, woman, do you not mind? Any. Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Uh-oh. Scheming. Amidst a dark and foreboding forest, a small, squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There, at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Look here, our first shipment from Kurth, says Baron Bluefire. Incredible, may I see inside, says Ziberian. Careful with that torch you fuel, you'll blow us to smithereens. So this is the fabled black powder. Incredibly powerful, but we'll need much, much more to put you on the throne. For the next stage of the Baron's scheme, they must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Uh-oh. Y'all are on your second thing. I wasn't able to get my authority up in time. You gotta watch out for them reds. The counts sell a cursed idol gullible Daenin merchants for 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. Who shall we tax? Purple's pretty rich. Purple's got a lot of money. Yeah. Pretty rich, them purples. Do I want to bribe the reds? Gasp! Don't look at us. We're keeping it for charity. Uh-huh. Sure you are. Should I bribe the reds? Don't punish us because we can budget. I wouldn't be opposed. Get that defiance a little lower. I'm wondering how it would affect the trade, but I also would like high trade. Confirmed. I'm neutral with the chiefs. I'm neutral with the chiefs. I did not raise your taxes, though I could have. I could have. Winter feast. After weeks of leading your baggage train along perilous mountain roads, you finally arrive at the snow-swept clan hall of Chief Cranberry. The hall is crammed with all the chiefs of the north, sitting cheek to cheek along tables, groaning under the weight of food and ale. Snow-swept. Welcome, your majesty, to my humble hall. Take a seat, grab a drink. It is customary at Winter Feast to exchange gifts with the host. What did you bring? Ooh, what did I bring you? Nothing. A champion warhorse. Oh, that makes my trade higher with y'all if I give you a cask of sapphires, but that's expensive. I think I'm gonna give you the Horf. Yeah, I think it has to be the Horf. A champion Horf. Look, your majesty, a fine addition to my stables. Thank you, your majesty. And after that, the feast lasts long tonight. The fires roar, the bards sing songs of the old days, and a lake of ale is consumed. A couple hours in, you are extremely, extremely drunk, a little merry, or stone cold sober. I'm merry. I'm having a good time. As Winterfest draws on and the snow piles up outside the doors, the mood in the hall turns raucous. Your memory is botchy, but you distinctly recall getting into a fight, taking part in a contest, or leading the entire hall in song. Drim Driver, welcome in. Fight. Should I fight? You want me to fight? You want me to fight the chiefs? But I don't think I would fight. I'll fight. In your drunken haze, you tell a joke that might have been construed as a little insulting to one of the chiefs present and her mother. Oi, say that one more time, I'll batter ye. Uh-oh, Cranberry's mad at me. The chief is so drunk, you're not sure she realizes you're the queen, or perhaps she's just too far gone to care. Ask your honor guard to intervene, run away, or accept the challenge. I'm not running away. Nah, man. What about what? The honor guard? The honor guard is the chiefs, though. I have the blue people as my honor guard. I want them to intervene with their queen, or their leader, or whatever. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, your Northern Honor Guard have been enjoying Winterfeast to its fullest extent. They're either passed out or actively egging the fight on. Run away or accept the challenge. Oh god, I'm gonna accept it. The whole clan hall grows hushed as you stand up and ball your hands into fists. Then with a roar, they surround you again chanting, fight, fight, fight! Fight honorably or fight dirty with a 20% chance for either one. Typical honor guard behavior. I feel like would the Vikings fight honorably or dirty for this? The royal bunk! You shall be hereby royally bunked. I'm gonna fight honorably. Yeah. Perhaps Cranberry was even drunker than she seemed, or perhaps you don't know your own strength. Either way, you punch her straight in the jaw and she topples like a chopped tree. Damn! With the 20%, I succeeded that. Okay. There's a moment of shocked silence. The other chiefs erupt into cheers. They jostle forward and clap you on the back and hand you another ale. After that, the night is a blur. The next morning, the chiefs are scattered around the hall, groaning and nursing their hangovers. Your own hangover isn't too bad, but the thought of a voyage home makes you wince. You bid farewell to the chiefs and begin a long, perilous journey back to the capital. Rigged! Cranberry's like hunched over, just yelling at me. Alright, mother, what have you found for me? Do you think we'll get Bay again? I guess not, because he was like the green guy. Alright, I found 3 potential matches. One candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, yes, I know. Your mother leads you to Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright, then, let's see. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Niall, firstborn son of the Northern Midnight Thriller clan. He's your typical Northern lad, as far as I can tell. Big and loud and the social graces of a goat, but means well. I've heard he spends most of his time playing cards, or making wagers with friends and hangers-on. Had a bit of a controversy a while back with his clan hall burned down. He was to blame somehow. Yeah, he kinda cute, right? I could see the appeal, I suppose. This is Valentina, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Kogai dynasty. According to the Count, she's a little naive, but that may just be compared to utter ruthlessness of the Eastern courts. Damn, got blue eyes? A very pious young lady. Half the East are in love with her, apparently. The other half hate her. She's intriguing. And finally, we have March's offering. Victoria, scion of the prestigious Drim Driver bloodline. And you can be sure to tell you can be sure they'll tell you about how prestigious their bloodline is. Like most of the barons, their greatest passion is hunting. No beast is safe from their crossbow. They were high up in the army, training the troops for their dishonorably discharged for some reason. Is that all? What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. The Chiefs is very tempting, but I've already picked the Chiefs as my royal guard. Not sure which one would be best. Man, the Barons are kind of kicking freaking booty right now. Kind of point though, he's really hot. I know, like, I know. He's got like a fox thing. And a local husband. I mean, like, we kind of look cute together, yeah? You know? Maybe he was one of my guards and I, like, fell in love with him. I made my decision. What if I refuse to marry any of them? We could try that one. Matching outfits? Yeah. We Barons are getting high up in our defiance. I know. I'm thinking about the Barons over here. Y'all are kind of pushing it a little too hard, though. I'm not marrying for love. I'm marrying for an alliance. A new baby! Baron Bluefire, hail my liege, some fine news for my commoners in the march. A baby has been born on your birthday, bearing a birthmark in the shape of number 9, a fantastic omen. Perhaps we should mark the occasion. What should be done with the birthmark? What should be done to mark the birth of this remarkable infant? The queen will send her blessings. The queen has no time for peasant brats. Gift the parents a bounty of jewels and fine wine. Or send the Inquisition to make sure the birthmark is real. Hi, pup. Let's see. Option. What are you guys thinking you want to vote for? What do you want to vote for? You want to tell me? You want to let me know what you're thinking? What would you like to happen? I'm just wondering. You don't want to tell me? How about you share what's on your minds? What's on your minds? What's on your minds? It does help sway the votes, I feel. The queen has no time for peasant brat. I like how no one's doing the queen will send her blessings. Like, that one's not even an option. God damn! I don't want to send bounty of jewels and fine wine. You made me lose a lot of money. Oh, huzzah! Cheers, your highness. The common folk will appreciate your generosity. There's another matter. They asked permission to name the baby after you. What do you think, my liege? More Roharas the better. As long as the baby's not ugly. No, I'm the only Rohara around here. More Roharas the better. Fantastic. I have my housekeeper give them the good news. Baron Bluefire hurries away. A child on the march named for you. Who knows what sort of person this baby will become? Uh-oh. You can only hope you're around to see it. I think we might see this later. End of the season. You won't be. Wow, that's a threat. Up in the north, Chief Alpha Wolf is hosting a grand feast at his clan hall. The kingdom was supposed to be chaos by now. Chaos! Instead, everyone is getting along with each other. It's disgusting. Love the hat. The wolf is perfect for you. Boog says, aye, we can hardly argue that the Queen's advisors are doing a bad job when the whole kingdom's turned into one big picnic. The chiefs aim to lower stability to 4 or less. Oh, this is a new one. The monarch can vote the preferred voting option. If chosen, they gain 1 authority. You can do swing votes, you can change your mind. Or you must vote for your least favorite option, and the option with the least votes will pass. I could do that one and really fuck with you guys. You know what? We're gonna try it. I'm gonna fuck with you guys on the voting. You have to use your brains. All right, a ghoulish problem. Archbishop, Your Majesty, we are having terrible problems in the east. The people have lost faith in the ninth god and churches are being left to crumble. But without priests to perform the rites, the dead are rising as ghouls from their abandoned crypts. There have been 9 attacks in the last week alone. What's a ghoul? The dead are rising. The dead are rising. Dark news indeed. Dead are rising. Calm down, Your Majesty. For now, the incidents are confined to the east. We must remind Eastern folk that they are lost without the Knights to protect them, especially once they've passed. What can be done to prevent the dead from coming back as ghouls in the east? Wither's cameo? Right? Send more priests to the east, cremate bodies in the east instead of burying them, hire adventurers to eradicate the ghouls, and employ the ghouls as a source of cheap labor. We got zoomies. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna do a monarch's vote, and we'll see what happens when the ghouls have cheap labor. If you guys vote with me. Exclamation mark, vote A, B, C, or D on what you would like to do with the ghouls in the east. Oh, cheap labor. All right. Hell yeah. Employ the ghouls as source of cheap labor. Ah, we failed. It proves difficult to find a use for captured ghouls. An attempt to put them to work in the dye factory ends in disaster when 100 rainbow-colored corpses burst free of the facility and rampage through the streets, devouring the commoners. In the end, the ghoul problem in the east just gets worse and worse with no solution in sight. Farmers are afraid to cross fields past nightfall and the merchants stop traveling between cities. No! Not the trade! Stability went down too. Oh, what else is going on over here? What is going on in the east? Spy Master, apparently something has escaped from the cellars of Countess Catgirl's castle. I've been asked an eyewitness to report from a local. Hello, Your Majesty. It was right an unholy sight. A monster stitched together in parts dug up from the village cemetery. I recognize Aunt Enda's earlobes. Did it hurt anyone? Bring me Countess Catgirl. An abomination. Catgirl, what is this? This creature is my life's work, Your Majesty, and my son! His escape was regrettable. He just wanted to see the village up close. Rest assured, I have chained him up far more securely in my dungeon to ensure this won't happen again. It's too late for that, Countess. You and your unholy creation must be burned. It's the only way to cleanse the world of your evil. Oh no! What should be done with the undead abomination created by Countess Catgirl? Both Catgirl and her monster get burned. Burn the monster, but let Catgirl live. The monster may live as long as stay in prison, or free the monster. I recognize Aunt Enda's earlobes, right? She had very distinct earlobes. Maybe she did those like big, you know, whatever they're called, gauges. She had gauged earlobes. Okay, I don't think we want to kill Catgirl. That wouldn't be good. We could veto it. Or we could vote for our least favorite option. And Enda was a party girl. The monster may live as long as it stays imprisoned. I'm seeing how y'all are voting. You literally had a great Aunt Enda. Did she have great earlobes? I have a feeling I know how some of y'all are gonna vote. I'm gonna veto the murdering of Catgirl. The rest is up to you. No one wants to free the monster. Interesting. Except Bae. Bae's like, let it out. I guess we're burning the monster. The Catgirl lives. Which is interesting, because none of the purple people voted to have Catgirl live, technically. No, burn me if you wish, but spare my beautiful boy, no! Countess Catgirl's hideous creation is burned at dawn, filling the village with a choking, acrid smoke that doesn't dissipate for days. Riots spread across the east as the common folk protest that Countess Catgirl herself has been allowed to escape justice. Oh, stability went down. Who won the first game? Me! I won! Just barely. It got dicey at the end there. Ugh. Hi, pup. What are you running around for? Welcome back, Zach. Alright, let's see. The royal wedding. My wedding to Victoria is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing on St. Bertrane's Cathedral with Victoria at your side. Do you take this person as your lawfully wedded spouse? Yes. Then I pronounce you queen and spouse. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance, and the feast, your spouse Victoria delivers a long, rambling speech that puts everyone to sleep. The yapper. By the time you find yourself alone with Victoria, it is past midnight, and you never felt more tired. What a wonderful occasion it was. Ah, this is the most royal bedroom, isn't it? I thought it would be bigger. My bedchamber back home is much better appointed than this. Oh God, Victoria. Hope you're not feeling homesick already. You better get used to life in the capital. Let's focus on the positives, shall we? Yeah, the positives. Oh, don't worry, I always make the best of things. It can be tough, but being as gracious as I am. What are your thoughts on the state of the kingdom? Up at the altar, what did you think when you saw me? Tell me something you're passionate about. What do you think about the state of the kingdom? Well, you know, the kingdom looks after itself. Victoria immediately changes the topic to talk about something they're more interested in. I love to hunt! There's something about having all that power over a terrified animal makes me feel big. Oh God, I married an utter twit! Well, I've never been more offended in my life! Victoria pulls away from you and retreats to the spare bedchamber, slamming the door. You're left feeling a little depressed, but dreading what married life will bring. I don't have good married things in this game. It's not going good. Far in the east, Count One Kill Quota is hosting a dinner party at his castle with a few distinguished guests. You said you had a surprise for me? Indeed, and here it is. Behold! Your Grace? What are you doing over here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any. Quit babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the queen, it's a peasant who's the queen's splitting image. I'm gonna be honest, where that was on. Yeah, I know. I had to call them that. It was funny. Not in stars, it's just in time. The spy master trusts us, and we can move on to the next phase, kidnapping the queen and putting this fool in her place. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom to be in utter chaos, bad enough the queen's abduction cannot slip past unnoticed. For the next stage of our scheme, the counts must lower the stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Uh-oh, blue and purple both want lower stability now. Uh-oh. Oh, we gotta get the trade down of the barons. Oh no! A plague is going down here. Oh man, my hair and beard are fantastic. Your Majesty, the march has been struck with a plague, and not just any plague, a dancing plague! Why aren't you dancing then? I haven't been infected yet, of course, otherwise I would not be here to risk spreading it to your Majesty. I know, another plague. A dancing plague. It affects everyone, even dogs and cats. We don't know how it started, but it's spreading quickly. Whole villages are dancing themselves half to death. I know, blue's struggling, but by purple helping blue, they could have a little bit of a shot. Let's go red dance off. What should be done about the dancing plague that has gripped the march? Quarantine the infected villages. Pass a law that forbids dancing. Let it be, how bad is dancing anyway? I know how y'all are voting. I know how it's gonna vote. Reverse voting! Reverse voting has been enacted. Type A, B, or C. Which one will it be? Dancing plague was the actual thing in the Middle Ages, by the way. It sounded familiar. I'm so good at the letter C. We have a couple splits, A tie? Pass a lot. Okay, so I thought we had a tie though. Weren't B and C tied? Okay, maybe not. Peasantry and nobility are unhappy with the new dancing band, which has earned you the moniker of the cantankerous queen. Oh, there was one at the last second. Okay, it must have showed it at the end. Interesting. I'm so confused. It was reverse voting. So the one that got the least amount of votes is the one that passed. I did it to confuse you all. Okay, so our authority went up, stability went down, defiance went up with the reds. Worse still, it doesn't slow the spread. No matter how much one is flogged or fined, they continue to dance. Soon your bailiffs are dancing along with them. It's deception. Back from the hunt. Oh god. Oh, this is a different one. Oh no, this is my spouse. Your greatness, your spouse, the royal consort Victorious, committed a grave sin against my people. Oh god, it is this again. They took part in an illegal giant hunt. Why was the hunt so large? I don't see a problem. I thought you hunted them all the time. What are you asking of me? I'm pretty sure that when they say giant hunt, they mean like giant, not as in like it's big, but like as in hunting a giant. My god, it's Horf time! Why was the hunt so large? No, I mean they journeyed into the frozen wastes and went hunting for ice giants for sport. You like my bat? The dog is very intrigued by my bat. Boop. Boop. I thought you hunted them all the time. I don't see a problem. What are you asking? I thought you hunted them all the time. Aye, but as part of the sacred ritual, the royal consort took part in an illegal hunt, and that wasn't sanctioned by a god speaker. Please, your highness, esteemed council, you must allow justice to be done. Hi, Kai. Well, it's Horf time for people that have been here forever. No, this is from my cosplay from back in the day. If you look at my emotes that are Jimmy, when I cosplayed as Jimmy. Good night, Boog. Go blue. Good night, Boog. Thank you for hanging out today. Sleep well. Should the royal consort be punished for taking part in an illegal giant hunt? Oil the royal consort to pay monetary compensation for the Northerners. Oil the royal consort to pay compensation and introduce harsher penalties for illegal hunt organizers. Or dismiss the accusations. Vetoing option B. You're not gonna fuck with my trade. What giant hunt? The one that just happened that my spouse went on. Illegal giant hunt. Yeah, I knew y'all were gonna pick A, but you would have picked B if I hadn't gotten rid of it. You may take my money, but you're not taking my trade. God damn, okay, calm down. Jeez. 11 nobles. Whether ashamed or angry, you can't tell, but Victoria has already exited the chamber by the time the vote is called. Some chief's wealth has increased, and the defiance can't go any lower. Thank you all, the gods are good. Contentious sale. And there's Boog! Your Highness, this is an outrage. Baron Gamer Colin is trying to steal my bear from under my nose. Wow. After just having your ring stolen, now you're trying to steal a bear? Did you say bear? It's not his bear. I was about to buy this beast from Adventure in the Tatterlands when Chief Boog turned up shouting and raving about Skinoran. And who is that? The northern goddess of medicine and knowledge. The bear wears her mark upon her brow, clear as day. Tell me more about the bear. She's a magnificent specimen. She'd be a great addition to my menagerie. I suppose this is a matter for the council. Cool mug, thanks. It's my merch. Oh, hi Boog. You want to see what happens with your bear? Mark my words, if this bear is not brought to the north where she belongs, there'll be trouble. What shall be done with the potentially sacred bear? If it is sacred, Chief Boog should have the bear. Finder Skeefers, Colin can have the bear. Encourage a bidding war between the two nobles. Yeah, y'all vote. Y'all decide. Who's gonna help who? Minoran, yeah. Stop licking. No. Vote, 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 vote. I got Boog's the only one that did A. I want the bear. Oh look, Colin wants to give the bear to Boog. A bidding war it is. Of a furious back and forth, the nobles battled out for ownership of the bear. Eventually, Colin wins out. The Tatterlands adventurer is delighted and goes away with more money than she knows what to do with. Damn. All right, you lost some money. And defiance has been low. Naturally, the chiefs are happy to have lost their sacred symbol, but there's little they can do. And now defiance went up. The bear turns out to be a fearsome creature with bright white fur and intent green eyes, and she is vast. Even on all fours, she stands taller than a wagon. She's transported to the march, sedated by special herbs. Baron Colin anticipates the sellout attendance at a zoo. You have a zoo? You have a zoo? We have an auction! How Time to vote for what you would like to have built in the castle, in the kingdom. There was a mention of a menagerie. True. All right, take a gander. Take a look at what you want to do with your things. The auction is now open. Exclamation mark fund A, B, C, or D, and how much you would like to put towards it. God damn. God damn, Blue. Use that money. Use that money up. Bye, Boog. Cat girl, I made it so you didn't die. No trade for you. You built like a Frankenstein, and we killed your Frankenstein, but you were gonna die with it. But I said no. A prison again? Boo! Lame. Alright, we got less stability and more trade. Okay. You guys are getting close to your stability being at 4. Trade is looking fantastic for the barons. Let's check in on the dancing fever. Borrowed pen stands before you, hopping frantically one foot to the other as they speak. The plague, your majesty, is spreading. Why, I think I've been affected myself. Get them out of here. Where did you learn those moves? You think I should do something about it, I assume? Where did you learn those moves, Pen? Now's not the time for jest, your highness. You need to do something or we'll dance ourselves to death. This may look fun, but trust me, it's anything but. Hire a wizard to sort it out was one, but Jesus, how much treasury do you have to have? Order the nobles to hide in their castles and wait it out, or infect the nobility as a show of solidarity? Come back there. I'm talking to you. Yeah, mass hysteria. That's what's been going on. Okay, let's see. Damn, they both lower stability. Fuck. I'm gonna do a monarch vote. I don't think it's gonna help though. It's close. Hey, my vote actually did something! Hey! Not everyone was keen to show solidarity. Still, the best way of showing the peasants that you're all in this together. Defiance went up with everyone. Uh-oh, we're getting kind of high with the counts. As a female monarch, you were infected by the dancing plague. I got the Dancing Queen achievement on Steam. It was called Dancing Queen. You dance your way to the council chambers every day and then dance your way to dinner and dance back to bed. In your sleep, your feet do a little jig. Eventually, a plague runs its natural course. Now, though, even a hint of jaunty tunes sends half the population in frenzied panic. Many will never dance again. No! No! Now stability's 4 for both of you. Trade is great for them. This is not looking good for me. Let's talk about my heir. Neckles, hello, welcome in. Look at that stability. What stability? Your marriage to Victoria is not what you hoped, and they seldom sleep in your bed, and over breakfast you exchange a few frosty words before they depart on a hunt. I married another person that wants to just hunt again. The last thing on your mind is procuring heir, but the needs of the kingdom must prevail. Congratulations, Order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Felt more like a life sentence than a wedding. Oh, don't be so dramatic. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. I think I have a bastard child lying around somewhere. The church won't be happy, but they're just as keen to avoid civil war as we are. They'll legitimize the bastard without much fuss. I will meet with the archbishop tomorrow. Gunpowder smuggling. You got chat, but I didn't even fucking blink an eye. Have you considered that the problem is you? No, it's not me. Do we win? It's still running, it's still running. So far, to recap a little bit, the blues and purples have the stability of 4, which is what they're looking for, and the reds have the trade at least 5. So far, everyone has what they want. Unpacking my food. Your new heir is gonna look exactly like him from the Chiefs? Oh my god, imagine. I am a shitty queen. It's because my predecessor did all the work before me. Your Highness, the barons in the march are attempting to amass a store of gunpowder. You know, the explosive black powder from Kurth. Gunpowder? Where can I get some of that? Kurth is the only place that produces large quantities, Your Majesty. The Republic is very careful about controlling their supply, and unfortunately, they're rabidly anti-monarchist. The barons have established contracts with Kurth merchants, no doubt at great expense. Without the coin to purchase more powder, however, their plot will fail. As it stands, the barons' trade is strong to procure a large gunpowder stockpile. If you wish to stop them, you'll have to act fast. You bring the revelations, which the barons wholeheartedly deny, to the council. Ooh. So, you guys can try and affect how well the barons are doing in the game so far. Slap heavy tariffs on all imports to the march. Trade will go down for them, and the defiance will go up. Threaten the Kurth with sanctions for supplying gunpowder to the barons. The scheme will be delayed for 1 season. Or allow the barons to import whatever they please. I'm vetoing allowing them to do whatever they want. The barons are supposed to be at 5, and they're at 6. That's some BS. Oh no, we're gonna be split. I have to vote on this now. So, the thing is I want trade to be high. That's one of my goals. They are, if they slap heavy tariffs, it'll probably only go down by 1, and I don't think it'll be enough. Because it has to be at least 5, so I'm thinking if we just delay it by 1 season, maybe. Defiance is very high already. For purple. But not high enough to do anything. It should drop by 2. Is that what the carrots are? It's supposed to go up by 1 or 2? I thought it only went up by 1 or 2, like 1 each time. I keep knocking over my tea. Fuck. I thought it was 1. Sometimes a big. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hi, Shu. Welcome back. You can't vote. I don't know which one to do. No, I don't want to click and find out. Yeah, it'll be the Baron's Defiance, which I don't care about that. They're only at 1, like, that doesn't bother me. It's their trade I want to go down, but the thing is, I don't want the trade to go down. Because that affects me, too. Heavy tariffs makes you think I would do more than 1. Like, I want to do it for science, but I also want the trade to not go down. Why can't blue and purple have better trade? What have you guys been doing? Slackers? Ugh, I can't pick! Farming. Heavy tariff sounds like Trump, I know. Why do they have to bring tariffs into this game? We're trying to not think about that shit. You know, food. Destabilizing the country, yeah. God, the Barons against some appreciating their trade really does help keep the nation together. I'm about to put a tariff on it. I think I'm gonna do the tariff only because I want to see if it does go down more than one. Went down only one. Predictably, the barons were about unfair treatments and the prejudices of the council, but the tariffs are passed nonetheless. The new laws certainly put a damper on the barons' efforts to purchase expensive explosives. You can only hope it'll be enough. We might still be able to lower it more, I'm not sure. I don't really know quite when all the stuff goes through. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think it was enough. I don't think it was enough. We should have delayed it. Somewhere in the dark cellar, a nervous baron is showing his guests a stupendous cache of explosive gunpowder. Behold! Great God! By my life, it's rarer than gold dust. Over here it is. It's just this isn't just the biggest stockpile in the kingdom, but the only one. Now what do we do with it? Oh, Red's got a vote! Sneak all the gunpowder into the palace and blow them all sky high. Goal is now to raise stability or start manufacturing muskets and cannons to make our military unbeatable. Goal, raise own military. What are you gonna vote on? What you doing, Red? Damn, they want that military. Damn. Raise own military. They're already at 6. Now that we have all this gunpowder, we can reverse engineer Kurth's musket designs. We need the troops to wield them. Then we'll step up our recruitment so they're ready when the time comes. I'll get to it. For the final stage of their scheme, the barons must raise their military to at least 8. Got 2 more levels for them. Chaos in the kingdom in the north. The kingdom's on the brink of collapse and the council's calling for the queen's advisors to resign. We want them gone, though. We need to increase the pressure. Once the queen is weak in enough position, she's got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering spy master, no more marshal or chancellor or treasurer. A whole new inner circle, all made up of chiefs. For the next stage of their scheme, the chiefs must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. In the darkest depths of the eastern forest, Count One Kill Quota has gathered his fellow plotters around a mossy stone obelisk. The kingdom's on the brink of chaos. It's perfect! We have to strike. What do you intend us to do? Swoop in and kidnap the queen in full view with the honor guard and the palace watch? No, of course not. We need the chaos at our advantage. We have 2 options. Vote purple! Lure the queen to the east and abduct her there. Raise own defiance or manufacture a food crisis and kidnap the queen in relief efforts. Goal, lower own farming. What will you do, purple? You guys are paying attention. Congratulations. So we're in agreement then. We were just talking about y'all's farming too. Y'all are busy farmers. Indeed. Luring me to the east to abduct me. How dare you? We need to convince the queen that the east is on the verge of a rebellion. In the current climate, she'll be forced to make a diplomatic visit to smooth things over. That's when we strike. One queen enters the peace tent and another queen leaves. For the final stage of their scheme, the council wants to raise their defiance to at least 6, but without starting a rebellion. All right, y'all have different things you're going for. So we want to recap. Y'all need to lower my authority to 4 or less for the blues to make it ahead. And granted, they have one more thing they still have to do. Red is on their last mission, if you will, to raise their military to at least 8. And purple also has to do defiance to at least 6. So they both have to do 2. Hey, we absolutely love taxes. So purple should probably get bribed to lower their defiance. But with that being said, I think I'm going to raise taxes on the barons and the chiefs. Wait a minute, wait. This is an outrage. I think I'm gonna do that. Yep. I need money! Now you're all even in your defiance. Demand equality. An old debt. Chief Shoebird is here. How do you expect to take this seriously, you crack-brained simpleton? Shouting with Knuckles. Shut your daft mouth and give me what I am owed, you honorless dog. What in the 7 hells is going on? This pimple-headed lackwit expects me to pay them a huge quantity of gold just because their great-great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather in a foot race. Okay, that's kind of crazy. A debt owed is a debt owed, is it not? Your Majesty, I only recently discovered this debt while climbing through my ancestor's journal. Honor dictates that Chief Shoebird is liable for his ancestor's debt. By the old gods, this is ludicrous! I demand we put this to a vote. Okay, should Chief Shoebird pay back their ancestor's debt to Count Knuckles? So we can order Shoebird to pay the debt, cancel that, it's too old to matter, or order Shoebird to pay his debt plus 2 centuries of interest. Start the vote. The other faction is Knuckles, purple. Counts. Kind of split. Shockingly split. Briley, welcome in. Continue. Voting tied. Ooh, I can either cancel the debt completely or order Shu to pay the debt plus 2 centuries of interest. I feel if I cancel the debt, it says defiance up and down. If I cancel the debt, that's gonna make Counts mad. So that would go up. So I think we gotta make Shu pay it. That's, I'm assuming, what's gonna happen. Yep. Oh god, it went up a lot. Oh, see, it does go up by 2 sometimes. It just depends, but the arrows don't actually dictate how much it goes up by. Butts. Okay. Okay. Gods be good. 2 centuries of interest, but I'll go bankrupt. Your great-great-grandfather should have thought of that before he decided to run so slowly. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a few weeks to sell out the family silver before I expect full payment. Shu has no money. This is an outrage, Knuckles, you little snake. I'll get you back for this. A noble kidnapped. Chief Big Zack. Your Majesty, the loyal and noble Chief Brylig has been taken hostage. Kidnapped? What do you mean? It's some criminal organization. These horrid miscreants demand gold and safe passage to Ashmead in exchange for Brylig's return. Chief Brylig is being held for ransom. What is the Crown's response? Pay the ransom for his release. Send the North's troops after the kidnappers or ignore the letter. Simpson entering and leaving me. No, you're here. You're here now, and you've been kidnapped. I mean, we got some serious military going on here, don't we? Ignore the letter. That won't come back to bite us in the ass. Good night, Melee. Yeah, enjoy your ninja stuff. Let us know how it is. Team Purple for life. Getting a gold-plated carriage, amazing. So, okay. I'm gonna veto option A, because I think y'all are gonna pick that one. I don't want my authority lowered, and I don't want to spend money. Shall we send the troops or ignore the letter? You a little one. Apparently we're sending the troops. I'm a mail-in ballot. You're in the middle of being kidnapped and you can still vote. Send the troops, please! The outlaws are no match for the North's forces, which rushed to Brylig's aid. Succeeded. Defiance went down. Authority is up. Nice. Oh, during the raid, Northern fighters will recover a hoard of golden gems and just share between the treasury and the chiefs? Damn, I got money this time around. A lackluster menagerie. All right, Gamer Colin. Your Highness, I fear our menagerie is failing to thrive. We thought the bear would be the star of the show, but she just sits in her enclosure looking sad. No one wants to see her. Of course she's sad. She's meant to roam the frozen tundra, not hanging around your scrubby woods. Actually, I wondered if she likes some company. Perhaps the Tatterlands would yield another bear of her type. Oh my god. Feeling. Should the council source another bear for Bear and Gamer Colin's menagerie? Hand the bear over to the chiefs instead, find the bear a companion, bring the bear to live in the royal palace, or the baron should put on a grand feast for the bear. Okay, I thought they were gonna kill the bear. Let's see, what are the options here? I'm going to... vote! A, B, C, or D? What shall we do with the bear? Where are you going? Is it your food time? Is that why you're getting all nosy? Yeah, you hungry, huh? Probably have to poop. Soon. He did just take you out not too long ago. Very split! Incredibly split. Voting tied at 4. Hand over the bear to the chiefs instead, or the baron should put on a grand feast for the bear. Put on a grand feast for the bear. Uh-oh, the feast consists of a few mangy goats and a half-eaten wheel of cheese. The bear turns up her nose in disgust, and the menagerie continues to lose money. In desperation, Bear and Gamer Colin hires a bard to play music for soothing the bear's nerves. Day and night, she plays the bear, whose mood shows little signs of improvement. Some baron's wealth has decreased, and the trade is now modest. All right, we're tweaking the laws. Tweaking the laws, tweaking the laws. Stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. I don't know which one to do if I want to stop or do any of these. I don't think I can win this one. Yeah, but I can fuck your shit up. We'll see, we'll see. We need to, you're not doing too bad right now. Y'all haven't really made any moves in your chosen things, so... I'm gonna adopt this and get rid of that. Rough justice. Your Highness, our Barry the Bard who was meant to be entertaining her. Tough crowd. Indeed, the bear decapitated her with one crunch of her jaws. It gave us an idea. We shall use the bear as our new chief executioner in the march. Our current one is about 90 years old and can hardly hold an axe these days. Oh my god. What the fuck? Gods be good! You cannot be serious! This is a bear of the Skinyorn. You can't just use her as a killing tool. Unless, if a god speaker oversees the procedure, then it would still honor Skinyorn's name. At that point, it's not execution, it's a sacrifice. Should they use it as an executioner? Oh gosh, that's a lot of options there. The god speaker prepare the prisoners before the bear consumes them. Allow barons to go ahead with their grisly plan. This is a horrible idea. It must be forbidden. Have the bear be an executioner for the entire kingdom. Lord. You need to lower that military. I'm just saying. See that as an option on here. What are you guys gonna vote for? What are y'all thinking? What are y'all leaning towards on your votes? I know, a lot of lowering trade, which is unfortunate. Not much I can do about that. See? Yeah, see? Why would I tell you that? I'm just thinking out loud. Y'all should think out loud too. Except for bear cavalry. A, probably. I ain't telling you shit, wow. But I'm your queen. I'm trying to have an open communication with you. I might just save this one. I don't think I can really come out ahead in any way, so I think I'm gonna hold off. We are thinking out loud. This is just typing. I'm thinking out loud. You can't hear it. Y'all just talking. I ain't snitching. Ugh. I'm only saying C because it's what I hit. Split between A and C so far. Okay. Okay. Just barely. Have a god speaker prepare the prisoners before the bear consumes them. The chiefs send god speakers to commune with the bear in her marcher enclosure. They prepare herbs and foul-smelling concoctions for the prisoners to swallow before they're sent to the chop. The worship of Skinyorn starts to spread across the march and carefully kept secret from the priests of the Ninth. Peasants flock from far across the land to watch the hideous spectacle of the bear efficiently eating her way through a series of prisoners. Crime quickly goes down. Authorities iron-fisted. Oh my god. And it lowered trade. The complex laws following the number of timber trade actually start being followed for once. No one wants to risk being the bear's next meal. Good lord. That was a lot that happened. A new contraption. Oh, it's this thing again. Walkie time. She's been looking at me like, Mother, I'm hungry. I demand things. It's walkie time. Your Majesty, a chief by the name of Briley wants to present you with a new invention. This was Schubert's invention last time. She's just looking at you. Brain cell's not working. Just start walking away, she'll follow you. Your Highness, we are entering a modern age, a more humane age, yet botched executions are commonplace. Decapitations where the head doesn't come off, or hangings where it does. No more! Behold! A merciful machine removing heads quickly and painlessly. I call it the Breilig! Much better than the Schubert. He swishes away a cloth to reveal a huge machine of iron and wood, a hole for someone to place their head, a heavy blade dangling ominously above it. The sight sends chill down your spine. How efficient. Precisely! With the Breilig, you'll send 12 heads a-rolling in time it takes an orderly executioner to chop through a single neck. With a little funding, Your Majesty, I can distribute the Breilig across the kingdom. I'll bring this to the council. You won't regret this. We have execution reform at home. A bear. All right, let's see. What options do we have here? On a nationwide rollout. Tested on Chief Breilig himself. Oh my god. Ban this horrid contraption. I'm thinking. Oh, I just do it. Okay. I see. Call for unity. +1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option. Start the vote. Start the vote! Fun history fact, the guy who invented the guillotine was a doctor. The contraption was named after him and he was executed with the guillotine. That would explain a lot of the reason why these are some of the options here. Apparently we want to fund a nationwide rollout. Only a few people want to try it on Breilig himself. Oh my god. All right, nationwide rollout it is. Voting is closed. Hundreds of Breiligs are built in the northern workshops and sent to courthouses all over the kingdom. Soon you're chopping through the backlog of condemned prisoners with unprecedented speed and unprecedented mercy. God damn, authority is crazy. A military proposal. Baron Ziberian, in the march we have a standing army, but when war comes we also raise our levies from our peasants. Why don't we set up training camps in every marcher village so that even in peacetime commoners can learn about battle? Wouldn't that lead to a peasant revolt? An intriguing idea. We'll need the council's approval. Would it lead to a revolt? We'd only be teaching them the basics. What end of the pike is the nasty end? That kind of thing. Trust me, even that would be an improvement. Silly machines taking bear jobs. Who is all in on authority now, for real. So far, these haven't really budged this time around. Alright, should the barons be permitted to set up training camps in peasant villages? Set up training camps on all marcher villages. Test out the idea in select few villages. No, this is a preposterous idea. So... they want military. I'm just saying, barons want that military to go up. I'm just saying. Just saying. Immediately voted. Barons want the military up. You probably want to vote against that. Let's go blue and purple. Let's go. Let's go. Cranberry said, fuck this shit, though. No, this is a preposterous idea. I won't forget this slight. End of season. Your Majesty's upstarts are saying they have the right to your throne. No doubt nobles already scheming in the crown. Preferred claim it. I said vote for whoever could win the fastest. You did. That you did. End the season. Your heir, a plague of rats, and a tasty innovation. Oh, we got the sandwich one again. Let's see who invented the sandwich. All right, should I die? Ask that the crowd be passed down too. The hall is filled with nervous silence. My legitimized natural-born son, my legitimized natural-born daughter, my legitimized natural-born child. We'll say a daughter this time. Girls. Or girls. Though the common folk may lose some faith in the church, seeing the queen's extramarital adventures being forgiven so easily. The faith is so bad. Your Majesty, may I be first to congratulate you on legitimizing daughter. What is her name? Rohara II. The gods are good, Your Majesty. I'm sure little Rohara II will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. You just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the spy master soon. Let's see who invented the sandwich. Faye invented the sandwich. Faye just went on a walk. We'll have to let him know what he did on his walk. I don't mean to exaggerate, Your Grace, but I believe I pioneered the most incredible invention in the history of mankind. I was hosting a small party playing cards with some old friends. I called a servant to bring me something to eat that was both tasty and convenient, and my hands were occupied. He invented a bagel sandwich. That's facts. That's good. Show me! Behold! He holds in the air a plate. Atop the plate are 2 slices of bread with a piece of meat wedged between them. It allows the hungry noble to consume 2 slices of bread plus meat all at once, saving valuable time. Meanwhile, the bread serves as an impenetrable barrier, preventing one's hands becoming besmirched by meaty juices. Breathtaking. Naturally, since this is my invention, I propose we name it after me. The Baywitch. The Bagel. In a few years' time, I expect everyone to be enjoying a nice Commander Bay for lunch. But naturally, this innovation cannot be made available for free. Every time a Commander Bay is consumed, I expect a small royalty payment. Okay, what shall we do for Bay's sandwich? The bagel, if you will. Yes, give Commander Bay royalties he deserves. No! Commander Bays are too delicious to be controlled. Commander Bay shall receive a one-time reward for the treasury instead. The servant will be rewarded instead. What is his name again? Does Commander Bay taste good? I mean, I'm the only one that can answer that, right? Hey, yo! I'm going to... Oh, is a veto worth it here, though? I don't know if a veto's worth it. Name the peasant? We don't know who the peasant is. Okay, but purples also want to get their defiance up. They do. They do want to get their defiance up. And there's 2 of those options. We're the server, the true inventor. I'm gonna do a call for unity. Because I don't know if I want to use a veto on this. How will Bay get his royalties for his sandwich, if any? Just a shit ton of defiance. Alright. Voting is closed. The servant will be rewarded instead. What is his name again? 7th take us. He wouldn't have invented the snack if I hadn't specifically requested it. A convenient meal. Despite Count Commander Bay's protestations, the servant is brought before you. Hello, your majesty. Most people call me Footlong. Due to my, large feet. Footlong. I like the sound of that. I prefer calling it a Commander Bay. We can't call it that. We'll name it something boring. Yeah, I like Footlong. It is decided henceforth this innovative dish shall be known as a Footlong. Footlongs prove massively popular luncheon. Bakeries spring up across the east, experimenting with new ingredients. Turns out you can put almost anything between two pieces of bread. Medieval Subway. Plague of rats. Call for unity means the chiefs specifically voted against themselves again. Did they? Because the unity gives me more stability, which no one's voting on right now. Right? Quota strides into the council chambers, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the east are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. Can the council help resolve this eastern rat plague? Take the rat and go. The east can handle this alone. Deliver a supply of rat poison. Send them a shipment of cats. Hire adventurers to clear out the rodents. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sending it. Chiefs are full round behind. Yeah, chiefs are a round behind. Military needs to go up by 2 for the barons and 3 for the counts. Cats, please! Yes, start the vote. I'm gonna use the restroom while we do this. Alright, what was the vote? A shipment of cats. Shocker. Shocking. Send the cats. Bows to you deeply. I can't thank you enough, your highness. You send a caravan of cats over to the east. By the time they reach a destination, they're both hungry and very angry. The perfect rat-catchy mindset. Wait to hear what happens. Soon the rats are gone. A following springs up around one particularly successful master whose nickname is the Colonel, and a bronze statue is put up in his honor. He greatly enjoys. Oh my god. Chief Mouser, you hired the Colonel. He greatly enjoys sunning himself beside the statue, and the townspeople bring him dried fish for luck. Whether or not the gifts affect the town's fortunes remains to be seen, but he's a very happy cat indeed. End season. Insidious plot. Up in the north, Chief Alpha Wolf has gathered the fellow plotters to hike through the mountains. The council demanded a shake-up, but the queen resists all calls to replace her advisors. A great shame. There's little we can do while the queen's position is so powerful. The chiefs aim to lower authority to 4 or less. I am very powerful right now. Alright, we got an auction! Here are your options. Start the bidding! How would you like to affect the world around you? Exclamation mark fund A, B, C, D, E, or F. Go to exclamation mark fund. The funding. There you go. Looks like we have a theater and a fortress is wanted. Uh-oh. I want to get that fortress down. Them reds, they kind of scary. I don't know how much I have. Not a lot because you're not on here. It might be on the overlay though. It's probably on like the screen. Time is up. What did we get? We got a theater for less authority. And we got an observatory to lower the faith. Your ambition, the printing press, and an urgent meeting. I will check out my ambition. Spymaster, at the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the architect of a new golden age. But so far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's trade is still lackluster, Your Majesty. A golden age more like bronze, maybe copper. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing, you need to change your image. Your other advisors have some other ideas. You should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend our full support. With backing of the Church, the nobles won't dare move against you. The common folk are sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare overthrow you for fear of revolution. Here's another idea. Declare war on the Ashmenian Empire. The nobles will forget their schemes if you win. Okay, so... now I know how this works a bit better. Authority, military, faith, or stability in farming? Or farming and military? Military is really good across the board, but that would benefit the barons? So not good? No. I'm thinking we need to go with stability and farming. I'm gonna be beloved by the common folk. Beloved. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll be recruiting criers to shout about your achievements to the masses. But first you need some actual achievements. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's stability and overall farming as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion amongst the nobles. An urgent meeting. One evening at dinner with the royal consort Victoria, the marshal stamps into the room. She salutes you before slamming down a sheaf of papers at the table. You could just knock. Crime is on the rise in the north, Your Majesty. The chiefs report a spat of robberies on the highways in their estates. Victoria leafs through the papers. And of course my stability went down. Surely the chiefs could take responsibility for dealing with this. This must be stamped out. Leave the chiefs to handle it. No, it needs to be stamped out. The marshal salutes smartly. Yes, Your Majesty, I'll send a few more people over there. She marches out, leaving you and Victoria to your dinner. I helped you guys. I helped you, chiefs. I didn't leave you to it. The printing press. Count Neckles, Your Grace, a blacksmith in the east has come up with some sort of printing contraption. Instead of relying on the painstaking effort of scribes, it produces 100 copies of text an hour. Sounds dangerous, how remarkable. Ugh, books, how boring. By blood of the dead, Your Majesty, don't you see the potential? It could prove a most profitable investment. Don't you see how dangerous this is? Books should stay in churches and universities, or else commoners will be starting getting ideas. Should the council suppress this dangerous new technology? Allow printing presses to be used by the masses? Only the church may use the printing press. Only the university may use the printing press, or forbid the use of printing presses altogether. I'm already getting ideas. Wait, what? I'm a commoner with ideas. Hi, Fajita. If you'd like to join, !join, and you can also add your pronouns, !join, he, she, they, and you can join the game. We have 20 nobles in here. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to veto? I want to veto. Could reverse vote. I'm gonna reverse vote. Fuck it. Voting is open, A, B, C, or D. What shall we pick? Think about it. What if a commoner were to sit upon the ink press to produce docs in an entirely non-literary manner? That was not mentioned as one of the options. Maybe that would have changed my mind. Exclamation mark, vote A, B, C, or D. Reverse voting is active. Only 2 votes! Voting tied at 1. Y'all were slow on that one. So, allow the printing presses to be used by the masses. Only the church may use the printing press, or forbid the use of them altogether. Go with the church. It'll be my pleasure to take stewardship of this radical new invention. Over the next few months, the church pumps out thousands of new copies of the Ninth God's holy book. Soon, every commoner owns ones, even those who can't read. Unfortunately, oh no, faith challenge failed. Unfortunately, the church also prints countless pamphlets criticizing your rule and calling you a godless simpleton. Stability went down. Authority went down. Faith went up in the north. Faith went up everywhere. Interesting. End season. Alright, tax time! The Count's got some money. Who shall I tax? What if I just raise taxes on all of you? What if I just did that? What if we just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and we just like raise them taxes? Tread lightly. Is that a threat? Is that a fucking threat? Me personally, I use the bear. I have no money, please. You just got money. You got a little money. You got some money. Maybe. I feel the defiance is like fine. I kind of, you know what? Ambition beloved. You guys beloved me, right? Because I just raised taxes. You leave me with 100. No! Your Majesty, the common folk are swayed as easily as a dandelion in a gale. I'm confident that we can make them adore you. It's the biggest public relations campaign the kingdom has ever seen. You'll tour the kingdom giving speeches. Town criers will declaim your great deeds from every corner. Can you do things to actually help people? How much impact town criers really have? Is that all? You can help people. That'd be nice. Oh yeah, did I bankrupt someone? Yeah, you took all his shoes money. Feel that you should encourage a rebellion with the barons. We both push that way. Oh, y'all working together. Nobles would never accept it. You need to secure your hold on power. Then you can pass whatever reforms you like. A few days later, the chancellors help you prepare your first big speech. Get me my fancy robes. It's the 5th one this week. The peasants demand my presence. Now what's my fancy robes? Get the queen her fancy robes! You are hustled into your palace balcony, below which a sea of expectant, unwashed faces gaze up at you. As you step into view...
Beat the devil out of.
On my screen, you look like you beat the shit out of that lady that just walked in. As you step into view, Bob Ross beats the shit out of this chick. They erupt into cheers, hats are thrown in the air, someone faints with joy. Everywhere you've gone, they met the same reception. The public like you, they really like you! But you need to turn that into love. Give that speech. As you launch into your speech, no! The peasants start to chat amongst themselves. Half the crowd drifts away in dribs and drabs. You don't make much of an impression. What speech was that? Better luck next time, Your Majesty. The more these speeches you give, the better you'll be received. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing kingdom stability and farming as much as possible the next 2 seasons. The challenge will decrease in difficulty with each failed attempt. Shit. Might need some anarchy here. Don't worry about it. You guys needed to tax. You guys needed the taxes. A criminal captured in the east. The marshal hurries in, pale with worry. Your Majesty, you remember the rise of crime from the north? Vaguely. We found the leader of the brigands, Your Majesty, and there's no delicate way of putting this. It's your spouse. Oh! Victoria! I wish I told you. I thought you wouldn't understand. Royal Consort Victoria has been riding around the northern countryside at the head of the gang of ruffians, attacking coaches and breaking into manor houses. Obviously, I'll be discreet, but I had to come let you know. Why would you do this? When did you even find the time? I had no idea you were so adventurous. Why? Why did you do this? When I was younger, Chief Boog utterly humiliated my father at attorney. And to make matters worse, he cheated. He had my father's wine spiked beforehand so his reflexes would be slowed. After that horrible day, I swore to expose the malice of the chiefs wherever I could. Oh man. Red and blue, you got some drama? So it's a personal thing? All this over a long ago tourney? I'm sorry to hear that. All this over a tourney? Well, not that long ago. I'll leave you to just sort it out, huh? As she leaves, Victoria faces you. The chiefs need to be taken down a peg. What are you gonna do? Make me stop? Do what you need to do, but keep it secret. Oh, shit. Confess, and that's you. Confess that's you and apologize. You can't carry on like this. Oh, shit. Apologize. Very well. At least I can cover myself in knowing I'm in the right, even if you don't understand that. Victoria puts out an announcement confessing that they are responsible for the highway tax to the north. Grudgingly, they apologize for the actions. Wait for the response. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. The chiefs are... Oh, shit. Outrage presents throughout the north, but luckily people are too afraid of repercussions to talk further than that. The north got pissed. Rumor has that Victoria is terrifying vigilante with a reputation which they enjoy. I know, look, we were thinking the Chiefs are out of the game, but like, the Chiefs now, they got that defiance going for them. Oh shit. Woo! Chief Aegon, your greatness, your majesty, Chief Midnight Thriller has been having prophetic dreams. It is true. I can part the veil betwixt now and some ways off. Okay, Sam. This is ridiculous. I look to the future and it speaks through me, no more, no less. For one thing, Count Fajita of Treason should be aware of onion soup. And the color blue will bring bad fortune to Chief Brylig. Oh, blue, you say? But that's my favorite color. Please, your majesty, have them foretell the future of the council. We will gain insight into great mysteries. I know what onion soup is. What should be done with this omniscient fortune teller? All right, just this once, begin the visions. Throw this charlatan into the dungeon. Or make Chief Midnight Thriller an official council advisor. Damn. What the visions are interesting. It just says 50% chance, but like, what's gonna happen? I kind of want to go. The visions would be interesting. You know what? Call for unity. Y'all want to know what the visions are too, right? Vote! Exclamation mark vote! A, B, or C! What is going on with Sam's visions? Or throwing him in the dungeon. Or make him an official council advisor. Pretty split, but looks like we're going with A. Alright, just this once, begin the vision, Sam. Chief Midnight Thriller spreads dark velvet cloth onto the floor, sits cross-legged and closes their eyes. After a moment's silence, they gasp. Bad news, Your Highness. Oh, fuck. Let me gather myself so I may understand what lies ahead. We failed. Your Majesty, I'm sorry. I foresee a slipping grip and whispers of weakness. Beware, beware. That is something Sam would say. Oh, no, no. I'm so sorry, Your Greatness. I'm sure this was all a trick. Come on, get out of here. Chief Aegon hauls them away. Their raised voices fade down the hallway. Sure enough, the Chancellor soon reports a new trade agreement with the Ashmead that puts the kingdom at great disadvantage. Chief Midnight Thriller must have known what they were talking about. Ooh, authority has been dropping. This isn't good. This isn't good. This isn't good. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws. I'm gonna do swing votes and get rid of reverse voting. Sharpens pitchfork. Defiance is too high, and one or more regions is considering a rebellion. Rebellion will stop the region from advancing their scheme, and they can't be taxed or take part in normal votes. And look who's on the verge of rebellion. It's the underdog chiefs of the North. Cranberry, you were ready to go fight for one of the other teams, and look at the Chiefs over here. This is our chance! Ah! Get your torches and pitchforks here. Only 3 gold. We should wait and see if the Barons will join. Defiance is too low. 5. Need to be 7 or higher. 7 or higher. I have to go in like 10 minutes though. No! End year. Okay, so the verge of rebellion. 3 are needed to start a rebellion. Chiefs may vote to rebel by typing !rebel. 1 more, and you guys can rebel. Do it. Do it. I can't, but y'all should. So whoever's the blue team, Midnight Thriller, Aegon, Zack, Cranberry, Boog, Shu, Alpha Wolf, and Breilig. It's up to them. Oh, we got 4 voting. I don't know what this means. I can't do anything else. I guess I just keep playing the game. I guess. When Chief Alpha Wolf enters the council chambers, his clothes are stained and rumpled, his face is haggard. My servants have finally left, Your Majesty. It is a disaster! How did this happen? Gods be good, I'm ashamed to even stand in front of the other clans. I'm utterly penniless. I beg for whatever spare coin the council can give. Should the council help destitute Alpha Wolf? Siberian is wealthy, they should help. The crown should provide funds from the treasury. You must deal with it yourself. Start the vote. I'll let you guys decide if we should help Alpha Wolf, and if so, how shall we help them? Oh, I gotta pay for it? What the fuck? What the fuck? I do have a lot of money right now. That's a lot of money to give him. 1,000? Shit. Fine. Thank you, Your Highness. Your kindness won't be forgotten. Oh, that lowered your defiance. I don't think it matters at this point.
Money, 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 money.
You'll arrange the treasure sent coin to the lands. Word of your generosity spreads throughout the north. I bet, okay, rebellion halted. Oh, it lowered the defiance! It did! Oh, shit! Oh! Oh! The chief architect bustled into your office carrying an armful of parchment. The statues can be torn down, paintings can be burned. Don't you think it's time you left a lasting mark on this kingdom? I propose we carve Your Majesty's visage into the side of a mountain. It'll take dozens of artisans and thousands of hours, but we ensure you're always remembered. It does sound pleasing. Absolutely ridiculous. Just make sure you get my good side. Of course, Your Majesty. In the grand tradition of all royal portrait statues, we'll make sure it is incredibly flattering. You call a vote to discuss this outrageous plan. A mountainside carved in your likeness will surely get people talking, but it'll take time and a lot of gold. Treasury's too low. Yes, and the nobles will fund it. This is an idea best left forgotten. Oh, God. But I could just veto that. I don't want you guys to take all my money. Wait, that's when the nobles will fund it. Okay, yeah, so look. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. We'll just make you guys pay for it. Do we veto this? Queen could do a big play move. Bring us the barrage. She paid our rent this season. We kind of had to. Wait. I still wait and get changed to my date for 2 seconds. That's all it takes to kill a rebellion? Yeah. Mount Romore. Wait, no, that's bad for us. Bruh. No, not my money. No, you guys will fund it. You guys can pay for it. Or I can get the trade up, but the trade doesn't matter for me right now. You guys want to pay for it? I don't know if I want to veto it, though. I'm gonna increase my stability. Exclamation mark C or D. Remember how kind I was that I didn't make you choose that. You only have your other friends to yell at for it. Fine. Rebellion's back on the menu, boys! Voting is closed. And the nobles will fund it. With the council's approval, it's not easy enough matter to demand a tithe from your nobles, but it doesn't stop them from grumbling, though. Stability went up. Some of the chiefs' wealth has decreased, barons' wealth decreased, council wealth decreased. Defiance is now enraged. It's back up! Y'all are pissed! Everyone got pissed! Oh shit! Planning starts in earnest. A mountainside is covered in scaffolding. You wait eagerly for news of the project's completion, but the work is plagued by setbacks. The stone is harder to carve than anticipated. Storms knock down the scaffolds. A rock slide erases much of the work that has been done. Your Majesty, I have to admit that I may have bitten off more than I can chew. This is a disaster. It can be turned around, I swear, to the ninth. As the weeks roll past, it becomes clear that chief architect's grand ideas will take a lot longer to come to fruition. Oh shit! It's back on the menu, boys! Join us in rebellion! A delicate matter. I don't think you guys can join just yet. As usual, Victoria spent the day out hunting in the Blackweld Forest, as far from you as possible. But after you've eaten your separate dinners, they barge into you with a face like thunder. I thought being married to the Queen would be all delights and luxury, not this. I deserve far better. Queen Rohara, I insist on a divorce. Thank the ninth. Now I can stop pretending. Pretending? Bloody hell. If you've been pretending, you haven't been doing it very well. I'm not used to going back on my beliefs, but you forced me to confess what I was doing against the North in front of the whole kingdom. It was terrible. This is never gonna work. It's over now. For good or ill, I called the Archbishop to witness the divorce ceremony. Yes, well, good evening, Your Majesty. I know this is awkward, but I'll ensure it goes as smoothly as possible. Does the Archbishop ever make things less awkward?
It's free real estate.
Oh no, not you. Archbishop, surely you can't support this. We'll do the first one. I live to serve, Your Majesty. Alright, let's get this done. Your Majesty, we can't divorce. I love you. You can't divorce me. I'm divorcing you! We can't divorce. What will the nobles say? Alright, I have no choice. No, I'm divorcing Victoria! Your marriage ended a divorce. Divorce be with you is the title. I'm having a horrible month. I really am. Very well, you're now divorced in the eyes of the kingdom. That's it. Thank the ninth, and I can't believe it came to this. They're all the same. Thank the ninth. Soon Victoria is ready to leave. Real Housewives of the Middle Ages. What a relief. I thought I'd be stuck here forever. Well, till next. But then they're gone, leaving you in a palace with no one but little Rohara too. Your honor guard, your huge household of servants, the palace watch, and your inner circle of riders, practically alone. Oh my god. Word quickly gets out, the kingdom is shaken by the news, the capital and beyond. Everyone's gossiping about what happened. Stability is teetering, authority is dubious. Great God, your majesty, you rejected my dear Victoria, my own blood. This is an outrage. Oh no. Actually, they divorced me. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, I see. I've been crying all week. 3 region rebellion before. This happens a lot here. We see things we don't normally see in games. Actually, they divorced me. That's not the point. I and my fellow barons worked hard to put a dowry together for poor Victoria, tailor their outfit, prepare the feast. Now that the marriage is dissolved, I'll petition to the queen to refund the cost of the wedding. No, not my treasury. Ugh. Hand over the capital's best farm animals, an alternative gift. The queen will hand nothing over. And the treasury's too low to refund the cost of the wedding. Defiance of 9 is crazy. I piss them off. I remember like one season ago, you're like, I'm gonna extra tax everybody. I'm good on defiance. Right? The shit changes quick. Right, the count's still at 6? I don't know, but it's funny. They got it up to what they needed for the doppelganger scheme, though. All right, authority. Oh my god, this is bad. This is, oh, and the blue got what they wanted. Military is the only one that's not at 8. Oh shit. I could veto? I could veto. Queen will hand nothing over? No. Actually, it doesn't, I don't know if it matters. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I don't think the counts need to actually rebel, they just win still for the funny, yeah. I'm interested to see how this is gonna happen because we have, like, all of y'all can rebel, but the chiefs and the counts can both get their, like, win on their own because they've reached that last thing. It's gonna be crazy. It's getting crazy up in here. Oh, they are still one behind. You're right. I forgot. Never mind. Okay, well then I'm curious to see what happens with the doppelganger thing. The queen will hand nothing over. Bloody hell, this is an insult, not just to my family, but to all barons. That's now treasonous. We're in double digits with them. As anger grows in the march, you do hear whispers that some believe that you're the right for standing your ground. Hopefully your supporters will win out. Okay, my authority went up a smidge. Meanwhile, Drim Driver is forced to put up Victoria in his estate, which turns out to be a great expense. You don't have any money. They busy themselves with improving the march's standing at the cost of all of the region, but that's no longer your concern. Rebels next season if defiance is above authority and stability. Chiefs may vote. So yeah, it still just shows the chiefs. All right, end season. Let's see. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have the right to your throne. So we have... This one's done then, right? Military is an 8 though for them. Rebellion report. Currently rebellion! On the verge of rebellion, on the verge of rebellion. The kingdom is in rebellion. The first side to earn 5 victory points will win. Victory points are earned through events. If the rebels are victorious, the monarch is overthrown. Okay, so y'all have to try and get 5 victory points. Is what it is. Okay, so now the Barons of the March and the Counts of the East can all vote to rebel. Led by Borrowed Pen. All right. Everyone calm down. Calm down. Double take. No, join us, it's funny. Don't rebel, purple, it's a win condition. Your Majesty, the counts are inviting you to the east to meet with them in person. I think it would go a long way towards soothing your recent tensions. Oh! Really right now? But there's a war on! I suppose I need to keep the counts loyal, but there's a war! Given the rebellion, it's more important than ever to keep the counts sweet. If they were to join the rebels' side, you'll be doomed. If they want you to go to the east to show your face, pay some compliments, smooth things over, you have no choice. It's what you must do. But the east is so far away. You only have to put up with it, Your Majesty. You embark on the long, perilous journey out to the east. After braving haunted forests and mud-churned roads, you reach your destination, the Black Spire. This is traditionally a place for diplomacy and talk of peace. It is sacred ground where no blood can be spilled. Everyone's rebelling against me. Everyone. Welcome, welcome. Take a seat by the fire, Your Grace. Can I get you a drink? A red wine would go down nicely. No need. Let's cut to the chase. I'm not gonna drink your wine. An excellent plan. Your northern warriors take seats behind you, watching count one kill quota carefully. Actually, Your Grace, I have something I want to speak to you about. Alone. Tell them that your honor guard will stay put. I'm sorry, but I simply must insist. Quota yanks down a lever, cleverly designed as a candlestick. A giant trapdoor swings open beneath your honor guard. Oh my god. They drop down in the darkness below without even enough time to scream. Beg for mercy, demand to know what's going on, make a dash for the door. I'm gonna run. Before you can make it 5 yards, a dozen Eastern Knights burst through the door and seize you roughly. A blade is pressed against your throat. Your Grace, there's someone I want you to meet. You hear soft footsteps, a curtain parts, and you're suddenly confronted by yourself. What is the meaning of this? Why aren't you a stunner? Well, aren't you a stunner? The voice is almost, but not quite, identical to your own. A little too nasal. Do you like it? It took a year of training to get the voice right. You like it? It's repulsive. Perhaps, but more importantly, unlike you, it's obedient, a definite upgrade. Men, Eastern Knights holding you hostage bundled you toward the door. Quick, we must make sure her body won't be discovered. A bag is stuffed over your head and your arms tied behind your back. You're loaded into a mule like a sack of grain. As you jolt on the mule, you have plenty of time to contemplate your upcoming demise. It's funny, the kingdom won't even notice you're gone. When the bag is whipped off your head, you find yourself standing over a mist-shrouded waterfall. Far below, the white water churns and seethes. Any last words? Quota's gonna push me off a waterfall. May the seventh god feast on your eyeballs in hell! Can we work this out? Beautiful view up here. ... May the seventh god feast on your eyeballs in hell! Count one kill quota takes a step back and kicks you nonchalantly off the edge. It's a long way down. Your screams are drowned out by the thundering water. Long live the new queen. Same as the old queen. Damn! Purple did it. Counts came out with the dub. The wieners. That's interesting. So the whole like the rebellion actually takes a little bit longer to kind of come to fruition because they can come in and snatch the victory if they get what they needed in the end. Big boom for the barons. Yeah, right? You guys all have the gunpowder still. You started the reign with a dunk in a river. Seems fitting you end it with one! Oh my god, that's funny. That's right, you guys did start me by dunking me in the water. Who led the Chiefs Rebellion? Who have you marched on the counts anyway? Who was the leader? I don't remember. Alright, the counts are victorious. Nobody would ever know that the queen had been replaced by an imposter. It isn't mentioned in history books, only the counts knew and they took their secret to the graves. In haste to complete their scheme, the barons mishandled their gunpowder. It blew up in their faces, literally. All it was found of Baron Bluefire was a pair of boots with feet still inside. The chiefs, led by Breilig, launched a rebellion that accomplished nothing besides distracting the queen while cunning schemers took the throne. The Count's doppelganger was in power long enough to name Zemwell as her heir before meeting her own unfortunate end. The Count's grip on the crown was secure for now.
Kagayon Omchid X100. Go Team Purple.
Crazy. Queen Rohara the Changeling. That took 3 years. Wasn't the last one like 1 year and like a couple months or something? Very valid point. It would start with active rebellion. Yeah. Spouse none. Yeah, because I got divorced. So if we continue this, do I have to like play the game as King Zemel? Zemel? It was 3 year 9 months. Oh, I thought it was 1 year. Maybe I read it wrong. Purple has always been masterful manipulators, but that takes time. GG's. Crazy. Oh, I didn't know you could click this. Wealthiest noble was Neckles with 2,750 gold. Poorest was Alpha with no money. The richest broke noble. And the kingdom. Is this the new guy? This must be the new guy. I can't even see his like things too big. I guess we had 5 authority, 4 stability. Military, let's see, Defiant. You guys got pissed that I divorced that person I was married to. You guys got so mad at that. You guys are currently in a rebellion. In the middle of rebelling. It'd be kind of neat if, the thing is, so the chiefs wouldn't know, right? You guys might have said this already. The chiefs wouldn't know that a doppelganger has been placed on the throne. So technically now the chiefs are still rebelling against myself. So now the counts are gonna be fighting the chiefs. Like that should have been a whole storyline, you know what I mean? Cause y'all don't know that I'm dead. They replaced me. And then the barons just blew themselves up with the gunpowder. The counts have to stay loyal, 10 defiance, like, yeah, the counts, like, got what they wanted, but, like, it's not gonna be easy. Game of Thrones is nothing on this, for real. I'd be interested to see how this works for continuing the game. Let me just poke in here. Oh yeah, I do play as King Zemel. Oh, we can play as the other one. It saves the other one too. But you guys wouldn't have your fancy characters or whatever. But I can play as this guy. I wonder if then, if you guys are in rebellion. Oh, piss, we have to fight him now. That was so much fun. We spent 8 hours like playing this game today. I hope the barons can still join. I don't know. You guys, I want to just look. We're not gonna play. Oh, then we have to start over again. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, my throat hurts, you guys. So much yelling. I'm just gonna go over here.